I believe that Godley and Creme are not a one-hit wonder, even though they were for their lone hit from 1985, Cry, produced by them along with Trevor Horn. Other than the song Cry made from 1985, they made other hits such as Save a Mountain for Me, Wedding Bells, Snack Attack, 5 o'clock in the morning, Samson, Sandwiches of You, and so on. I cannot stand that song called Englishman in New York because you know why? It has too many suggestive, explicit lyrics that are so unclean for my Christian lifestyle. Because when they mistakenly recorded the filthy song called Englishman in New York back in 1979, that is usually banned in America, it ate up Cindy Bullens' clean song with clean lyrics entitled Too Close to Home. I cannot stand that song called Under Your Thumb because of its filthy, explicit, suggestive lyrics. And when they did that, it ate up 10cc's clean singles, Memories, and Runaway with Andrew Gold backing up. That was a bad mistake when they couldn't find anything wholesome to sing back in '81. I hate that original morphing video of Cry because there were too many changing faces messing up the screen. In fact, one of those faces doesn't stay in one place at all. Plus, it doesn't teach me anything, and it doesn't match the words that Kevin and Lowell were singing years ago. What would have been better than that is the battered version of the same song with relevant clips taken from the 1978 TV drama movie Battered, with Chip Fields, Karen Grassel, and Ketty Lester. That's what they could have had years ago since 1985, instead of the messed up morphing video. My honest fact is, I hate the French talking of Bridget Aarons on the song called Fade to Grey, done by Visage featuring her, that Kevin and Lowell directed since 1980, because I really don't comprehend what she was saying in French. Even somebody would say what? What did you say? Or even Arnold, played by Gary Coleman from Different Strokes, would question,
Who'd you talking about?
Because he would misunderstand what on earth she was saying in French. That's why I find it difficult, not a piece of cake. The real thing is, she cannot sing the song called Fade to Grey because she doesn't have a singing voice. Like I said before, she cannot vocalize on second lead with Steve Strange from that group because she doesn't have a singing voice that can carry a note. She has no range of soprano, contralto, alto, nor mezzo-soprano. Instead, she'd rather have a French-spoken voice reciting the French words to the song Fade to Grey as a spoken version in French. She cannot sing a duet with Steve Strange from the group called Visage. She cannot harmonize with him, nor sing backup behind him. Instead, in order for her, originally from Belgium, to talk off song, she wanted to do a French spoken word version of Fade to Grey in French that most people like me don't understand. That's why I believe that song is the worst, with part French and part English that people like me can't buy from the record stores. Plus, I find that French language very tough and confusing for my brain. So I will give that song a 0 because it deserves no reward. That's why I hate that song so much, and the worst music video too, with a lot of crazy things messing up. From their 1983 album Birds of Prey, I don't like the song called Out in the Cold because of its bizarre, strange, distorted vocoder vocals ruined by a horrible vocoder which is not made for my human voice. Because when I hear those people destroy up their regular human voices by strange vocoder machines that I am not supposed to do, they sound like aliens from outer space. I am very dissatisfied about how they made the music video of Golden Boy because, to me, it looks all wrong. What they could have had years ago was a montage video of clips taken from an old 1939 movie, Golden Boy, with Barbara Stanwyck, Adolphe Menjou, and William Holden. I am not happy about the abstract original video of A Little Piece of Heaven taken from their last final album from 1988, Goodbye Blue Sky, because of the way they mess up the pictures with the images growing too big and reducing down too small. Instead, I would change it to the wedding cake music video version of the same song with Stefan and Chloe, then Sonny and Brenda, that fits the right words that Kevin and Lol were singing, with Jimmy Helms, Jimmy Chambers, and George Chandler singing in the background, creating the male group sound behind them. No girls, just guys alone. My fact is about Godley and Creme. I am not happy about the way they made some bad music videos the wrong way, with doing lots of crazy stuff and messing up the pictures, such as Biko by Peter Gabriel, Rocket by Herbie Hancock, No Money Down Lou Reed, When We Were Fab done by George Harrison, Temporary Beauty done by Graham Parker, Don't Give Up by Peter Gabriel and Kate Bush, Real Love done by the Beatles, Everybody Have Fun Tonight done by Wang Chung, Hip to Be Square done by Huey Lewis and the News, 10,000 Angels done by themselves as Godley and Creme, We Close Our Eyes done by Go West, All Fall Down by Ultravox, Leave It by Yes, Auto Drive by Herbie Hancock, If You Love Somebody, Set Them Free done by Gordon Sumner under his stage name Sting, When I Get It Right done by British makeup-less lady Joan Armatrading, I Want to Be Free done by Toya, Mind of a Toy done by Visage featuring Steve Strange and Midge Ure that was banned by the BBC, which is too frightening for children. Touch and Go, done by Any Trouble. Something About You Baby I Like, done by Status Quo. Only Time Will Tell, done by Asia. Feel the Love, done by 10cc. Don't Mess with Dr. Dream, done by the Thompson Twins. Boys Town, done by Rob Jung Claus. The 1986 version of Don't Stand So Close to Me, done by The Police. And Oh People, done by Patti LaBelle. I feel terribly sorry for Godley and Creme, who were art students from the very start, because I am not impressed about their ruined abstract artwork, especially when they used it for the History Mix Volume 1, Changing Faces, the very best of 10cc and Godley and Creme, Goodbye Blue Sky, Birds of Prey, Snack Attack, Freeze Frame, L, and Consequences. I am not satisfied about those original abstract videos of Cry, Golden Boy, A Little Piece of Heaven, and a song by The Police called Every Breath You Take, because you know why? There were lots of pictures messing up the wrong way, and I can't stand them. That's why I know my biggest complaint is they don't match the right words that people were singing years ago. So for the song called Cry, I changed from the ordinary morphing video to the battered version with Kevin Godley only singing the lead, minus Lol Creme's strange, high shrieking vocal ending. When I replaced his strange high vocal ending with Dar's crying at the end, taken from that film made from 1978. For the song Golden Boy, I changed from ordinary to the 1939 montage film video. For the song A Little Piece of Heaven, I changed the ordinary abstract video to a wedding cake video. And for the song Every Breath You Take by The Police, I changed the ordinary abstract video to the montage video of clips of Luke and Laura from General Hospital. For Godley and Creme, the worst instrument I hate is the gizmotron, because if you hear it like that, it messes up the real music, and I don't like that sound. If you watch the American homemade music videos of Cry, A Little Piece of Heaven, and Golden Boy that I created from VideoPad Video Editor, where they have the right clips of different movies, they're going to teach the youth, you and me, families and children, something. But if you watch the messed up videos done by Godley and Creme, they're not going to teach me, you, the children of Israel, the youth, nor most everyone else anything at all. Here are those interviews with Kevin and Lol.
It all began when two members of the pop group 10cc, Lol Creme and Kevin Godley, had an idea for producing a whole new range of sounds from an electric guitar. Lacking the technical expertise to turn it into a full working model, they eventually took their invention to the physics department of Manchester University's Institute of Science and Technology.
It was a bit of a patch-up of glue, cardboard, bits of metal cut out with tin snips, but an excellent kind of model to work on.
The idea was staggering in its simplicity. The guitarist would no longer need to use a plectrum to pluck the strings. That would be done by a revolving wheel suspended above each string. On each wheel, 48 tiny plectrums. By simply depressing a lever, the guitarist lowers the wheel to pluck the strings more than 100 times a second, in effect vibrating them just as a bow does. A device called a gizmo can be fitted on a guitar in minutes. It will sell at about £70 when it goes on the market at Christmas, and it promises to revolutionize the world of music. Pop groups, for a start, will suddenly find they can, on their own, create a range of totally new sounds, and many others which up to now have needed orchestras or expensive electronic equipment to produce.
The best way to show it is by comparison, right? So this is a string played normally on an electric guitar, and bowed by the gizmo. And two strings, and three strings, and say a violin string. It would still change the guitar as it was a normal, electric guitar. Sometimes it sounds like brass, sometimes it sounds like an organ. This sounds a bit like an organ. You have ultimate sustain, really. As long as I keep my fingers on these buttons, the thing will sustain, keep it going, which you've never had before. Now, if you had 6 guitar players, say, for example, you'd have the 36-piece orchestra, which, in the studio, I've done it by multi-tracking myself. But if 6 musicians could play the parts, it would sound like this.